I get it. Yeah, I think that goes through. It's a beautiful day today. Because it's another day, an opportunity to strive, to be our best and our higher self, simply by the choices that we make, and simply by the mindset that we have throughout the day. What actions are we putting towards to be our higher self? And not just to be our higher self, but to actually get the job done. I'm so grateful for the Rose family. The time shift has happened. The 4D, 5D shift has happened. It has officially happened. It has officially happened. This is what the 5D looks like. And it's when you remove fear, you see the possibilities in tangible form. Like you actually see things happen in tangible form, and you say, how did this happen? But it's like, hold on, you know how did this happen? Because you speak your affirmations. Grand Rising. Hi Rachel. Hey JM74. What's up? Gubby. You know, when you speak your affirmations daily, your life starts to change. You really enter a way being, living consciousness through every last one of those words, especially when you're aligned. When your alignment is correct, certain things you will not like to do anymore. I understand and overstand that my body is aligned. The fact that I have been in tune with my chakras, been in tune with with my body, self-knowledge, is that I can't even be in a certain environments for too long, based off of the frequencies there. You know, we live in a world where everyone has Wi-Fi. Do we know what Wi-Fi does to us? Do we really know what it does to us? Oh, we are the test right here, right? Yeah, we're the test. That is what the whole test is on how does Wi-Fi and this 5G affecting the people. Yes, welcome to the channel. Because that is the whole test on the people. When you start to get your body aligned, you can't just be around certain people. You can't be in certain environments. But your body will start to tell you. Not only will you start to think it, your body will start to respond. And I'm knowing that not only my whole being is hypersensitive. That's just how I was made. But not just that way. When my body is aligned, when I've been working on my body for a long time, my chakras and working and to be as purified as possible. And when I've been living that way on a conscious basis, I'm sensitive to anything that's unnatural, anything that's not natural, anything that's not organic. It's I cannot be around, because then I also understand that then I start to absorb that vibration frequency, and it becomes where we need to understand that we know ourselves enough to where what we can and cannot do. You see, nobody is perfect, but it's a journey. It's a journey, and I just understand that there was multiple reasonings on why certain things, in my life, in the world, and just our lives, period. We have to understand that certain things happen in our life not just because of what we may think. Do we even know what really these Wi-Fi boxes are doing to us? Everybody wants Wi-Fi in their house running all day, but do we know the real true effects? Some people don't care. Some people do care. Some people don't know about it. Some people do know about it. But I understand when you are living, especially more natural living and eating within your body and grounding yourself every day, and things of that nature, these things can affect you. And these things have affected me. Yes, you're absolutely right. I need some more natural clothes. You're 100% right. I'm on the journey too. Nobody's perfect. But I understand it starts from within. See, I'm not worried about the outer stuff, but the outer stuff matters too, though. Just understand that it has to start somewhere. It has to start somewhere. It must start somewhere. And it starts with each one teach one. Unplug the Wi-Fi. Unplug from the matrix. That is what is going to save each and every last one of us. Is when we unplug. When you unplug, that's why when I make my 432 hertz instrumentals, it's no connection to the internet to use it. I'm able to create without having a connection to the web. But then I save the instrumentals to my Google Drive to go on the web, and I save it there, and I get off. We have to get into a system of where we don't need to be searching the web at all. We need to be writing more, grounding more, cleaning more, doing other things of that nature, because it has overcome us at this point. You see, but I understand that we have to start somewhere. We have to start aligning. We have to start aligning the body, and others will be affected by this. But then we understand. I understand. Me and my spirit team know that nothing is by coincidence. That everything happens for a reason. There's been times where why did the domestic violence go up in the households during 2020? Just because everyone was just in the same household together? That wasn't just it. If everyone is buying new Wi-Fi, putting it in their house, and they're always in the house and it's always running, even if it's not just the Wi-Fi, it's cell phones. Say if you don't have Wi-Fi in your house, you just got cell phones. If it's always running, you don't have it on airplane mode, you'll never turn it off, it's going to affect you, and you think that it's not, but it does. That signal is very strong. We live in these times, especially when you want to be more natural. It's a must to ground yourself when you're in these certain cities. in certain areas. Yeah, the stuff that I'm talking about hasn't been solidified yet, but it's starting. We see what's going on in Memphis with Elon Musk and them. That stuff is not good for the air. We use it, but it's not good to be around. But we must understand that within our own body in our daily living first. We must understand that first before, we can worry about it in major places. You see what I'm saying? So that we know how to move going forward. 2025 is a year 9. We are going into 2026, a year 10 equals 1. I will keep saying this because it is a new beginning of how certain things are going to be ran. And it is for a true balance. There's going to be censorship on all web. You know what I'm saying? Because it needs to be. There needs to be a balance in certain everything. People want to always try to break codes and this and that. But in America, that's what we need. We need hackers to people that's doing bad on the web. Because I know in China, it's certain stuff that they can't search on the web. And I'm just knowing how the programming continues to the people, But it's not even our fault to a degree, especially here in America, with the food, the Wi-Fi, the signals. Come on. And when you put all that together in certain areas and concrete jungles in New York's, Chicago's, stuff like that, that's not how it's supposed to. That's how they want it to go, but that's not how it's naturally supposed to go. But they're not going to show you that there's areas where crime doesn't exist. And you can live off grid. But I understand that once you know better, you do better. And at this point in my life, I just know better than to not listen to my body, not listen to my gut, especially when I practice, good gut health, and conscious gut health. So anything, if you want to judge somebody, judge them off of their gut health. And then see if they have a proper relationship and see if they're aligned. And if someone that does not have good gut health, they're not aligned. They cannot truly say that they're aligned. How? How you will truly align when you don't have good gut health? You have to have a good relationship. You have to have a good relationship with your body first to be truly aligned. It's not just a mind thing. In order to be truly aligned, it's not just a mind thing. It's a gut thing. It's a heart space. It's a chakras base. It's not just a mind thing. You can't just be aligned and just say, oh yeah, my mind is aligned. No, you have to be in tune with your whole body. Your whole body is a frequency, not just your mind. Your whole body is a frequency. So like I said, when someone is truly aligned, they are truly aligned from the base, from the root chakra to the crown chakra. It's not I'm only aligned in my crown chakra. No, you have to have good gut health. You have to practice good gut health. You see, you have to practice, being creative, moving from your heart space, because that stems from your heart space too. The root chakra from your heart space. You have to continue to move from that. Not just you see what I'm saying? Not just randomly or saying no, it's very intentionally. You're moving from your heart space, you're being creative, in certain chakras. You're listening to certain stuff in certain frequencies, vibrations, doing the breath work for certain reasons. Not just because you want to believe something. No, because you know that it actually has its benefits and it's actually healthy. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that. When it comes down to, you know, having a certain mindset, it's not a mindset that isn't true. It's very much true. It's all about how true is it to one person's life in a percentage and how much they focus on it. But that does not mean that it's not true. You see, that doesn't mean that it's not true. It's just that percentage of what that particular thing may be just made a different percentage than how that other person values it. You know what I'm saying? So when someone is aligned, it's still a certain percentage of certain things that you should know is true. You should know is right. And I see it from a standpoint of the balance side. My North Node is in Libra, and that is basically my destiny call. And it's to bring true balance within the systems, within daily life, within the people. And we need to have balance. And I must speak about all of this stuff each and every day because I know it's not good for the people. I know that we use it, yes, but there's ways that we need to properly use it. Properly. See what I'm saying? Like, let's just say if people wanna use the Wi-Fi, you can sit outside and use it. You see what I'm saying? Have a covering, like where you have a pavilion type of thing. You see what I'm saying? Where you can use your Wi-Fi, play your games like on the porch type setting. You know, make it that way. You know, it's possible. That's how I used to play 2K. And I remember I used to play on the pool side. You know, right outside, and it was nice, right by the lake. It was very nice and beautiful, and I enjoyed it more. It like amplified it. But I didn't even need Wi-Fi for a 2K back then. You needed just to buy the game. So I'm just saying, like, there's ways to enjoy, you know, what we have. But then when it becomes imbalanced, it becomes sickly. And that's with anything. But we're not the ones that's making this signal. We're not the ones making this signal. So we don't know how sickly it really has become or what actually is targeting. And that's what we're being tested on right here, right now. We are being tested on how since 2020, how has the Wi-Fi, the 5G signals affected the people? And like I said, it's a percentage. It's a percentage on how important or how much that is in someone's life. But that doesn't mean that it's not true. It is very much true. And that percentage is different based off of how much someone is around it, whether they're sensitive to it or not. And there's a reason why you're not sensitive to it, because you're used to it. But guess what? That does not mean that it's a good thing. Always remember that. We see these movies where, you know, they mix, you know, the cyberpunk type of thing. It has become that. We are already cyborgs. That's the thing. We are already cyborgs. But IJAHMAN DAN, I am here to say don't forget the balance. Because when it goes out, what are the cyborgs gonna do then? What happens? What happens when cyborgs don't have they tech? Well, they do like what? Like what? In the Spider-Man movie with Jamie Foxx and He go get his electricity wherever he can find it. Is that what we're gonna go to next? Like I don't understand what's gonna happen next. If someone don't have Wi-Fi, what do they do? I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not saying that it's just going to be an easy fix, but I understand that it's not as simple. It can be very simple, but that's why we have the balance of when we say, "Hey, I don't care, I'm good." I actually like when it's off, or I like the balance. I have healthy balance. And it becomes fun. But when you don't have a healthy balance, it becomes like chaotic very quickly and very, very fast. It becomes chaotic and yeah, very, very fast. And I'm gonna be honest with you, we have this stuff, but we're reaching to the point where it needs to be either healthy in a sense of balance, where it's like a shut off, on the whole type of global type of thing, and not like in the way of we just shutting it down for. No, it's a daily thing, like how they used to do back in the day when you couldn't watch certain TV. At certain hours, you should not be able to search certain things. It should be a standard. And why can't we have that for the children, for the people? Just having true balance on a foundation. I'll send a peace, love, and light each and every last one of y'all. My messages is global, and I would never keep myself small. Meaning, I would never try to add stress to my being, especially when it's going, when it's already going past my morals. So it's just like I do it to myself, but I also used to know, like, no, like I have certain beliefs and I'm known that it's affecting me, but then subconsciously I'm known that it's affecting me. So then it affects me more because I'm subconsciously knowing it too. And especially when it's not balanced. When something has become imbalanced, it's just calls for a time for rebalance. That's all that it is. Rebalance, refocus. That's all that it is. Going real deeply into the balance and the focusing. Heavy. See? Good job. Rastafari.